There's nothing quite as unnerving as a mysterious rattle on your motorbike. It starts subtly, a faint tremor in the handlebars, a barely perceptible buzz, but it grows slowly and insidiously until it's all you can think about. That's precisely what happened with my trusty steed. A persistent rattle, seemingly emanating from the front end, began to plague my rides. It was a high-pitched, metallic sound, most noticeable at low speeds and over bumps. The noise was more than just annoying, it was a constant distraction, a nagging reminder that something wasn't right. It chipped away at my enjoyment, turning every ride into an exercise in frustration. I knew I had to get to the bottom of it. My first instinct was to attack the problem with the usual suspects. I grabbed my trusty toolkit wrenches, screwdrivers, Allen keys, and set about tightening every bolt and screw in sight. I checked the handlebars, the headlight assembly, the front mudguard, anything that could conceivably be loose. I even went as far as removing the seat and side panels, just in case something was rattling around inside the frame. But the noise persisted, mocking my efforts with every bump in the road. Undeterred, I decided to take a more methodical approach. I started by isolating the source of the rattle. I bounced the bike up and down while stationary, listening intently. The noise seemed to be coming from the front right side, somewhere around the forks or the front wheel. I carefully inspected the forks for any signs of damage or looseness. I checked the wheel bearings, the brake caliper bolts, and even the spokes, but everything seemed to be in order. I was starting to lose hope. Could it be something internal, like a worn steering head bearing? The thought sent shivers down my spine. Section 4. Eureka! The culprit unmasked, a rubber bushing's downfall. Just when I was about to admit defeat, my gaze fell upon a small, seemingly insignificant detail. The heat shield, bolted to the exhaust pipe just below the engine, had a slight gap around one of its mounting points. I reached out and gave it a wiggle. To my astonishment, the entire heat shield moved, and as it did, it produced that telltale rattle. Further inspection revealed that the rubber bushing designed to isolate the heat shield from the frame had perished, allowing the metal to vibrate against the frame. Section 5. Size doesn't matter. How a tiny part wreaked havoc. It was hard to believe that such a small, seemingly insignificant part could cause such a big problem. But as any experienced mechanic will tell you, it's often the little things that matter most. In this case, the worn rubber bushing allowed the heat shield to vibrate freely against the frame, amplifying the noise and transmitting it through the entire bike. It was a simple problem with a simple solution, but it had taken me hours of frustration to find it. Section 6. Prevention is key, outsmarting future rattles. This experience taught me a valuable lesson about the importance of regular maintenance and preventative checks. Check your bike regularly. Take the time to visually inspect your bike regularly, paying close attention to any parts that are prone to wear and tear. Listen for unusual sounds. Be attentive to any new noises or vibrations. Early detection is key to preventing small problems from becoming big ones. Don't ignore the small stuff. Even seemingly insignificant parts can cause major headaches. If something doesn't look or feel right, investigate it further. Keep your bike clean. A clean bike is a happy bike. Regular cleaning not only keeps your ride looking its best, but also makes it easier to spot potential problems. By following these simple tips, you can help prevent annoying rattles and keep your bike running smoothly for years to come. Section 7. Little things, big lessons, a mechanic's wisdom. The experience of tracking down that elusive rattle was a stark reminder that even the most complex machines are ultimately just collections of smaller parts, all working together in harmony. It also reinforced the importance of patience and methodical troubleshooting. Sometimes, the most obvious solutions are not always the right ones. By taking the time to carefully isolate the source of the problem and systematically eliminating potential causes, we can often save ourselves a lot of time and frustration in the long run. So the next time you hear a mysterious rattle or squeak coming from your bike, don't despair. Take a deep breath, grab your tools, and start investigating. You might be surprised at what you find.